Yo, broskies, it's Rock, the anti-pop heartthrob, Rock the broski. It's Rock, pretty much. Um, it's been a little bit. Just made a video about, Breonna Taylor. Her murderers are still free. Let's work on that, Take up the ball, let's work on that. Sign some petitions, donate to some bail funds. Let's get these protesters out of prison for, protesting. Let's get these cops into prison for murdering people. Let's get on it. Let's get on it. I guess it's kind of a different setup or whatever. Not really. It's just like I'm not over there at my desk. I'm now here on my couch / bed because I really like sleeping on couches. It's a lot of fun. All right. Today, we both know why you're here. You want to hear me talk some more about my opinion about a lot of things, which also involves a lot of facts about a lot of things, like how there's a lot of racism in America. There's a lot of anti-blackness in America. There's a lot of coonery in America. There's been a long, long history of institutionalized racism in several groups in America. It's not just about police brutality. It's also in healthcare. It's in dance. It's in art. It's in so many it is in so many aspects of American culture. Like, for example, recently I learned about how black ballerinas, it's like we never hear about that. But anyway, black ballerinas, pretty much what happens is like sometimes like they have to literally buy like their outfits, their outfits, their stuff. They have to buy it and then like paint it to be their skin tone and whatnot, because finding their their correct color warm-ups or clothes, it's like extremely expensive and whatnot, because a lot of people tend to just make the ballerina stuff for the white women and the white people. Y'all smell that? Ooh, smell like I'm sorry, I just smell a little gross. Ooh, smell a little gross. Alright. But that's besides the point. An important point. Let's talk about it. We'll talk about it. Anyway. Performative activism. We've talked about several things now. We've talked about how it's disgusting that George Floyd was murdered, and so was Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and so many black people in this country by police officers and other racists like, George Zimmerman, who actually sold the gun that he used to, murder Trayvon Martin and sued the family. Like, Trayvon Martin's mom is grieving for the rest of her life now because she had to bury her son. And you're going to go and do this. I mean, like, this is why I say, like, like Zimmerman, argue with a wall. Like, I'm sure it's beneficial to your kind of people. Argue with a wall. It might help. Not with me. No. Argue with a wall. I'm sure it would help. Anyway, performative activism. I have been seeing momentum about the Black Lives Movement has been going a little bit down, a little bit in the social media and whatnot. Look, I don't feel bad at all for flooding my Instagram, my Twitter, my Snapchat, my TikTok, my anything about the rights of black people and letting everyone know all the resources and everything and whatnot. But what I'm here to pretty much say is we gotta do better. This is not just a black person's fight. This is not just the fight for black people. We weren't put on this planet and put in this country as slaves. We were not put in this country and whatnot just so we have to fight for our own rights and whatnot. We should just be given rights because we're people. We're all people. We should all just have, rights, and they shouldn't be, taken from us. But some people are, because some people are taking them because they are racist. And that's not a debate. That's like, that's not like a, argue with the wall thing. Because, like, actually, like, if you're arguing with a wall about racism, then, you're probably, like, really sick in the head. Get help immediately. Please. Please. I won't help you. No. Stay away from me and my family and all my friends. Yes, thank you. But get help immediately. Go. Out the door. Like, not out that one. Go out that door. Over there. Thank you. Anyway. Performative activism. It's not just enough to post a black square on your Instagram or a black square on your social media and whatnot. You need to keep that same energy and whatnot. Ooh, I need some water. Give me a break, y'all. Also, this might be loosely edited. Maybe not. I don't even know. Y'all, water is good as hell. You know what? Water is so good. And I've been saw a lot of them white girls love to talk about the turtles in the oceans, but don't want to talk about black people. Disgusting. You disgust me. You're trifling. Thank you. Anyway, so performative activism. It's not just enough to post up that black square. It's not right that a lot of black people keep doing what they got to do and whatnot, and you want to just post up selfies or post up your music and whatnot on Instagram, Snapchat, all this other crud and whatnot. You should be using your platform. Everyone should be using their platform. Whether you have 500 followers or 36, or whether you have a million, or whether you are a famous celebrity, or whether you're, I don't know, Kendall Jenner. You need to be using your platform. And you don't need to go into these protests and doing like a little photo shoot, because that's disgusting. That's sick behavior. What's wrong with you? Get help, please. Now! Yes. Anyway, we can all do more, of course. But this whole concept of performative activism is that the fact that I've always been about Black Lives Mattering and about, you know, equality for all people and about being anti-racist and whatnot. It's like some of y'all's friends or some of y'all, not talking about my subscribers, I mean just like the world, some of y'all just, you know, out here posting up all this stuff about being anti-racist and whatnot, and I didn't see any of that before. Like, a lot of people have been silent until George Floyd got killed, and I think that's disgusting because y'all should have been angry the second that Trayvon Martin was murdered, Tamir Rice, Breonna Taylor, Eric Gardner, Sandra Bland. I could go on and on and on. I could go on and on and on. Anyway, it's not right. It's not right. This whole performative activism thing is very disgusting and very like gross behavior. We need to be doing better. And this isn't just some moment. This is an important movement that everyone needs to keep up the momentum. We need to continue to talk about this. We need to get justice for every single black person that was murdered by a racist police officer or a racist. I don't want to stop until every single until every single murderer has been put in jail for what they did. We're not stopping. I'm saying this now. We are not stopping until all of them have been. I'm sorry. We are not stopping until all of them have been put in jail and we do something about this system. The American police force is historically racist and not built upon good things. I do believe in policing. I think that we need to keep police, but there needs to be serious reform because a lot of police officers are racist. And it's not just, oh, but not all cops are bad. Shut up. Go kiss your mom. Go talk, argue with a wall for all I care. But it's that there's a lot of just, you know, do what you're told and whatnot. And like, oh, there's a guy's knee is in someone's neck. I'm just gonna stand by and watch. Like, what's wrong with you, bro? Like, your mommy didn't raise you right, or like you tell me, like you tell me, and we'll talk. We won't. My wall, not my wall. Hey, I'm sorry. A wall can talk to you, but it won't be mine. Me, my wall, be chilling. Anyway, this whole performative activism thing is very disgusting because, one, you need to be doing more. This isn't just some. Just because everyone is posting up things does not mean you just post up because, oh, you're afraid of whatnot. Okay, I'm going to say thank you for posting up things about, you know, George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery and Breonna Taylor and Trayvon Martin and Tamir Rice and Sandra Bland and Eric Gardner and freaking Mike Brown and freaking everything. But you need to continue to do this. If you want to post up your music and tell your friends to listen to your music and whatnot and post up your cute selfies and go to the beach and do this and whatnot, you cannot be ignorant to the social climate that we have been living in. Things are not getting worse. Things are being recorded. Black people have continuously been murdered by police officers. And you can't just ignore that. You can't just keep it pushing and whatnot. I don't care if it makes you uncomfortable that, like, I want to talk about, you know, racism in America and whatnot. If that makes you uncomfortable, you have the problem, not me. It does not make me uncomfortable to talk about racism and whatnot. It's like, it boggles my mind. It literally boggles my mind. Like, black people, we have to, like, you know, we have to teach our kids and we have to be taught about things like this, like how do you act if you ever have to come across a police officer and whatnot. Whereas white families don't have to do that. Hispanic families and I'll say people of color probably have to do that too. I wouldn't know because honestly, I don't know. I don't want to step on any toes. But I'm straight up saying that black people have to prepare for that stuff. We have to prepare. We have to really, really prepare because the second you reach for, I don't know, a phone or anything, you get shot. And it's not okay. Which is why this isn't just some, oh, I'm just going to post up a little bit this one day and then keep it pushing and I did my part to end racism. No, like, every day post resources. Even if you post one resource a day, post resources and whatnot. But my whole thing is, This isn't just some moment. Just because the people that, you know, murdered George, just because the guy that murdered George Floyd and the people that stood by there are, you know, in trouble, this does not mean that it ends with them. I'm so sorry to what happened to George Floyd, but we need to do so much more. And Breonna Taylor's murderers are still out there. The people that murdered Tamir Rice, the man that murdered the man that murdered Trayvon Martin. These are people that we need to take care of. We need to get this together. This is not okay. This is not okay. This country needs to freaking heal, and we need to continually act and be activists, not performative. We need to continue to be activists, and we need to continue posting on social media, donating to bail funds and GoFundMe's, doing whatever we can, watching news, getting all of our information and whatnot, and keep having uncomfortable conversations with our friends, because I'm not sorry anymore that I checked your racist grandpa for saying some weird shiz. Like, no, you need to be checking your family. If your family's being racist, you need to check them and whatnot, because it's not my business and it's not my problem to make sure that you're not being racist. You need to get that together, first of all. Don't invite me over your house and whatnot, and you got some racists up in there. Get it together. This is important. This is important. People are being murdered. People are being murdered. This is sickening. This is disgusting behavior. People are being murdered for the color of their skin, and you can't just sit back and post some black square on your Instagram and think that you did enough. That is disgusting. You need to do more. I'm so angry, and I need to continue having these kind of discussions and talking about this kind of stuff, because this is the only way that I can try to hope that my people aren't going to keep getting murdered and whatnot in the street. There are so many people that have not been recorded, that have been murdered like vermin, like garbage and whatnot, by police officers, because the American police force is not a good, wholehearted thing and whatnot. Not all cops are bad. Shut up with all that crap. We all can do more, and we all need to continue to do more. Post resources on all your social media every single day and whatnot, because that's not asking for too much. It's like, if you cannot sit idly by and be ignorant to all of this and whatnot. You can't, because if you are silent, you are a part of the problem. Like one of my friends likes to say, you're either with us or you're against us. You are either anti-racist or you're not. Like, there's no I'm neutral. There's no I don't want to talk about this. There's no, oh, this is political, I don't want to talk about politics. No, racism is not a political thing. You cannot be racist. Being racist is extremely wrong, and that's not a debate. That's not a debate. If you want to debate about that, argue with a freaking wall, because I don't care, because I am right, and that's that. That's that. This whole performative activism thing is disgusting. You can't just dribble a little racists are bad and keep it pushing and go on and post 100 freaking selfies. You need to continue to talk about this and whatnot. Your black friends are dying. Your black coworkers are dying. People are getting murdered. This is not okay. People are out there in the streets risking their lives, rioting and protesting and whatnot, and they're doing the damn thing. But people have the audacity to talk about all the destruction from riots and protests. When the Eagles won the Super Bowl, people destroyed Philly, and no one wanted to say anything about that. No one wanted to talk about that, and that's messed up. Nobody wanted to talk about that. That wasn't okay. Everyone went up in Philly and they destroyed it because the Eagles won the Super Bowl. But nobody wanted to say no fub shiz about that. Nobody did. But you want to talk about riots and protests that black people and other concerned allies are having and whatnot, and next thing you know, some crazy looters who aren't even a part of Black Lives Matter, or who might not even be black, or are set up by police officers, then go and act crazy, and you want to talk about that, but you don't want to talk about how George Floyd was murdered, and Trayvon Martin was murdered, and Tamir Rice was murdered, and Sandra Bland was murdered. We need to be doing more. Broskis, we need to do more. And you need to continue to check your friends. I don't want to see no performative activism. I only want to see activism. I want to see resources being posted every single day. I want to see text messages. I want to see uncomfortable conversations. I want to see all that. If your friends are racist, block them. Get them out of your lives. You need to get them away from you. You need to... Black people, you need to make sure you have black friends, but make sure they're not coons. Make sure they're not coons. Also, black people, you cannot be silent about this. You cannot be silent about this. This is not some I agree to disagree and whatnot. No. No, you cannot be silent about this. Your black mother, your black father deals with racism at work and whatnot, but you want to sit back, make your music, and be silent about this? No. Get it together. Cut that performative activism crud. Leave that outside, because that's just trifling and trashy. Do better. Everyone, do better. We got to keep this up. This is not a moment. This is a movement. These are black lives, and they matter. People are being murdered. Broskis, let's please keep it up. And that's pretty much all. That's pretty much all I gotta say. And whatnot. As you know, in the background is a couple of my songs I'm playing on Spotify and whatnot. That's not nearly as important as what's going on, but I want to mention that and whatnot. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, SoundCloud, Spotify, everything. I'm going to continue to make music, but right now I am focusing on making these YouTube videos and doing whatever I can to keep the fight up and whatnot. I need everyone to keep this fight up, please. Please send this video to your friends. Please subscribe. Keep it up. Thank you. May God be with all of us and stay safe. And racism is bad, but that goes without saying. Period.